Okay, so the Street Profits and the Usos continue to put on amazing matches every time they step into the ring. What was the point? What was the point of having Jeff Jarrett announced as the guest referee?
I don't fucking know. Like I saw you write this question. I don't know. I mean, is it for media attention? Nashville media attention? I guess certain wrestling
I mean, I had
fans.
to Google who Jeff Jarrett was. It's probably before my time.
It's a kind of an attitude era guy. He was a country singer. He feuded with the big boys. He used to hit people in the head with guitars. And that's another thing I say. I'm not asking the question, what does he need to be in this match? I'm asking the question, who the fuck is getting hit with the guitar? Because somebody's getting hit with the guitar.
Yeah, I mean, so you can't do it.
Is it an Uso? Is it a Street Profit? Is it MJ? Not MJ. MVP? Is he going to come out and get involved and get hit with a guitar? Somebody's getting hit with a guitar. Did this match really need a gimmick? No. But it's like I said earlier. We've seen this match 5 times in the last 6 weeks. Over and some iteration.
I literally
right?
feel like every single week is them.
Sometimes they throw R-Truth into it. Sometimes they throw Omos into it. Sometimes they get MVP out there. But we've seen this same fucking rotation for the last probably 2 months. Mm-hmm. So did it need a gimmick? No. Is a gimmick welcome? Sure. Whatever. He's going to hit somebody with a fucking guitar. It's going to get a pop. People will go nuts. Bigger question is, does Jeff Jarrett start to spell trouble for the Usos? Because that is a way, well, because he's special guest referee, and I'm assuming, well, he does some bad guy work. Jeff Jarrett does do some bad guy work, but it just feels like he could turn on the Usos and cost them the belts. That's a good way to transition out. My bigger question, what if the fucking Bloodline leaves with no belts? What if the Bloodline leaves SummerSlam with 0 fucking belts? What if Theory cashes in? What if Jeff Jarrett screws the Usos? What if? That could be a rough night for the Bloodline.
That would be crazy.
If all of this shit comes to be.
It might be a little bit sad.
Question for you. Mm-hmm. Has Angelo Dawkins closed your perceived gap of skill between him and Montez Ford?
Yes, he's very so he surprised me lately. Like, I remember watching in the beginning when the Street Profits would come on, and this was pre-WrestleMania because I didn't like them then. Mm-hmm. It wasn't, unfortunately, until we actually met them in person and got to see who they were that then I became interested in them. But I still was like, hey, what does this guy really do, Dustin? And you're like, well, he's a supportive character to him. He's this and that. But within these past couple of weeks, I've really seen what he's capable of. And I'll have to say, I'm impressed. Same for me. When he fucking did the flip off the top ropes, I looked at you and I was like, what the fuck?
I feel like this is the prime example of people starting to chatter. People starting to go, Montez needs, and biggest, I do it all the time. Montez needs to be a singles, and fucking Angelo Dawkins said, hey, hold my red cup. Mm-hmm. Hold my red cup, because I'm about to show everybody that the talent difference, it's not as big as you guys. It's still there. Mm-hmm. It's still there, but it's not as big as you guys have made it fucking seem. He's raised his intensity up, which has made him seem monstrous because he's a big dude.
So do you think that Angelo allowed Montez to kind of take that leading role?
No, I think he was complacent.
Okay.
I think he was complacent. Not even complacent. I think he was excited to be there. He looks like a guy who might have been happy to be there and all of a sudden goes, hey man, I'm fucking good at this. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm good at this. And I'm going to show everybody I'm good at this. And maybe it's opportunity, right? Not enough singles matches, not enough times to shine. When you play on a team, and I'm not calling Montez Ford Michael Jordan, but this is just for like a hyper-realistic example. But when you play on a team with Michael Jordan, everybody else by design doesn't look as good as Michael Jordan, mm-hmm. right? So if Montez may be the next big thing, he may be the guy eventually, right? Mm-hmm. So that may just dwarf Angelo Dawkins just from being around a star that bright. But in the last couple of weeks, to me, just like you just said, Angelo Dawkins has closed that gap. And I like the Street Profits. I like both of them.
Yeah.
I think both of them are extremely talented in different ways.
I remember his name now.
That's exactly right.
That's a big deal.
That is a big deal for you. You remember his name.
I used to just say, who's that guy with Angelo Dawkins?
Would R-Truth have been a better referee than Jeff Jarrett?
Oh, hell yeah.
Why is R-Truth so underutilized in the WWE?
Amazing.
He's great.
I love him.
He is comedically, he is the best thing in WWE. He should be on every episode of Monday Night Raw in some form or fashion.
He adds like a a comical side to wrestling that you're like, did that just?
You know what I want? What? I would love a Kevin Owens and R-Truth tag team. They would get fucking R-Truth in on this Elias conspiracy. He would be great. If he bought into Kevin Owens shit and was like Kevin Owens hype man, they would murder. Please, WWE, please team up KO and R-Truth and let this conspiracy thing run wild and just let them fucking make comedy magic. Question 5. Hit me with it.